Hello and welcome back to Speed Demon Painting. For those of you who have been keeping up to date with all things Warcradle Studios related, you will know that Armoured Clash is coming up, and today a live blog was released to tell people how they can actually get into this game. Now, the one thing that wasn't clarified before is how you could actually get started with the game and what was coming up as sort of the initial release products. And they are saying that the first thing that will be released for those of you wanting to get into the game will be a couple of big introduction sets, but also some smaller introductory sets that are designed to give hobbyists a taste for the game without necessarily giving them the need to sort of get a very big box right up front. But if you want to get the large immersive experience from the get-go, you want to get the big box for your faction. On top of that, they will also have the dice, the rulebook and the cards, etc. coming up for players wanting to get into it and starting to get reading before their faction is actually released. And there will be a whole bunch of other blog posts coming up soon. As they say here, these exciting elements of the games will be explained in more detail in a future article. So if you want to keep up with these things, definitely subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with all things Armoured Clash. Now, the big starter sets for each faction are coming up. The ultimate way to get playing Armoured Clash is a massive army for both the Crown and the Empire to lead an awe-inspiring, or led by an awe-inspiring landship, along with multi-part plastic terrain coming up as well. I think this will be the dystopian industrial set, but there might be more. There will also be some quick play rules, tokens, templates and attack dice. Now, this set also comes with a full rulebook, the deck of command and conquest cards, and they're all crammed inside the largest ever box that has been made, which is even bigger than the Dystopian War starter set. I believe on Discord it was said that these boxes are the same dimensions in terms of length and height, but they will be a lot thicker than the previous ones, up to 50% thicker, that was said on Discord. That means that those big boxes might not be the cheapest things around, and if you do not feel like paying that much money up front, you can also get an introduction set. This is more for hobbyists looking to try out the game with the quick play rules and the Armoured Clash miniatures, some dice, tokens and templates, but probably not include the big rulebook in this one. There also will not be a command and conquest card deck in there, so this is probably just using that quick start rule set to get you going with the core mechanics without getting card play in, which is actually not a dumb idea, because usually when I give demos of Dystopian Wars to people who have not yet played the game at all, I leave out the Victory and Valor deck and only use it to determine initiative pretty much. So yeah, that's probably not a bad thing to introduce players this way. From the looks of it as well, from these boxes, they also seem to have the same size, the same dimensions as the starter sets from Dystopian Wars, which are the sort of the medium box sets these days, for those of you who are familiar with that game. And then the big controversy, the thing that was said initially, is that it would be one player starter set, but there is a two-player starter set coming up called the Battle for Singapore, and that is basically for those of you who want to start out the journey with a friend. They introduced the Battle for Singapore, a two-player introductory set featuring all the contents of the two introductory sets mentioned previously, including the quick start rules. This set also comes with a multi-part plastic terrain, along with an introductory campaign to give a series of thematic clashes. Now, this two-player starter set will also be using the quick play rules, and if you want to expand into the game, you will have to get the separate rulebook and command and conquest deck later on to get stuck into the full gaming experience. So it will basically be a bit more a la carte, where you could probably by then also include a couple of different units coming out for both players as well. But as you can see, this is just the beginning. We're sure you're keen to see all the different fantastic miniatures, learn more about the game mechanics and find out just exactly when these first products will be available to order. And well, there will be a lot more blog posts coming up to tell you exactly what these details will be. And it seems like when a faction is actually launched, it will come with both a choice of the big box, the starter set, or to get an introductory set for that faction, so you can actually have a choice of how to begin as well. Nothing has been said for what the initial release for the summer will be for the two-player set and everything, but we will just wait and see. But as an example, they have shown a few pictures here from the Imperium, and there's two big units apparently coming out for them, the Lucifer and the Sturmpanzer, coming early 2025. And it's not just going to be land ships involved in this thing. They say we plan on plenty of other releases too, as you fight for dominance in the dystopian age with a variety of fantastic infantry, tanks, artillery, aircraft, and of course the huge behemoths such as land ships and other super heavy war machines. So I'm definitely keen on seeing what they do with those. I'm a sucker for walkers and these sort of mecha units, and yeah, seeing that the Imperium is getting those is definitely, yeah, this is going to be my main faction, I can already tell. Warcradle also states that they will be giving us some more info on when the game will actually launch very soon, and until then you can get involved in the community discussion both on the Storm of Steel Facebook group and, if you haven't joined already, the Warcradle Discord channel. And then you can lead your force to victory and may the best general win. Now that's it for this quick little video with this news of exciting new blog posts coming up. Expect to see a next upload tomorrow, in fact, where I will be going on the how to get started with the Enlightened faction for Dystopian Wars. I'm just finishing up the editing on that one, and then I hope to see you in that next video. Until then, bye!